Hey guys, it's me, it's RDV. I'm back with Zach, who needs coffee apparently.
I need coffee, but I'll settle for G Fuel.
G Fuel. He's turning into one of the Zoomers.
I actually these
Praise
were
PewDiePie.
they were it was a birthday gift actually from my sister. She got me like 3 tubs of this stuff. So
My 18-year-old niece is like, because she watches PewDiePie, and she's like, I get gamer fuel, bro. I was
yep.
like, okay, whatever the hell that is. Let's get Gatorade.
Well, that's where my sister got the idea from. She watches a lot of PewDiePie.
Yeah.
So,
Eh,
but
as long as it tastes good, you know.
it tastes good and it does the job. It wakes me up. So as long as it does those,
Well,
I'm all for it.
that's true with anything as far as that. Like coffee, after a while, it doesn't work, so you got to switch to soda.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not about to start drinking energy drinks
Yeah.
because those are addictive.
No.
So
Probably not healthy for either one of them.
not healthy too. I had a friend. Well, that's a rabbit hole for another time. But yeah,
will not follow your white rabbit hole.
do not follow my cottontail rabbit hole. Anywhere.
All right, so
it just sounds weird. I'm
just waiting for a little bit more people to come jump in. So far,
yeah. We got Maranya telling me to put down the cake. I'm off of work. I stopped working at 5. We got Undead Quinn. We got Aloise, the viewer, and MK. What's up, MK? Yeah, energy drinks, they can be bad for your heart. I was going to say, I had a friend who had to go to the hospital. He had too many energy drinks.
There was a teenager that died like in upper, was it New York or whatever, a couple of years back, because he was drinking the energy drinks and they didn't know he had a heart murmur, you know. And
those little 5-hour energy bottles. I had a friend, he went to school during the day and he worked the pipelines at night. And so he was always, and he would drink like 3 or 4 of those 5-hour energies in a day.
That was one of the dumb things I did when I was younger, because my dad, I wasn't, my dad had a regular heartbeat and stuff. So for a while I did too.
Yeah.
I was at work and my job was cashiering for 8 hours, and I was just so bored out of my mind. I just, you know, it was a weekend. I had just spent the night before Friday night hanging out with my friends till like 3 a.m. I gotta be there, be at work at 7.
I've done that though. I used to work at a coffee house, and that would be, yeah, go out, hang out, party, whatever. I'd go back when they used to actually do midnight movie premieres for things. I'd go to the midnight show. I think for Iron Man 2, went to the midnight show, got in, didn't even go home. I just went back because I had to be at the coffee shop for 5. So I just slept in the car in the parking lot.
So like what I ended up doing, because I was there, I'm like, oh, 5 energy shots. I'm like, oh, this orange one, okay, because I don't want the pomegranate nasty flavors of the ones I had. So I'll get the orange. I had 2 of those and then 2 20-ounce Mountain Dew bottles.
Oh no!
Oh, within 8 hours.
I used to drink Mountain Dew too, so I know exactly the kind of sugar craze you're getting.
So I kind of stopped after that, you know. But then it took a while, and I just cut out all that stuff. And then I tried those NOS drinks, the blue ones.
I'm not too crazy about those.
I only had like maybe a third of the bottle, like a fourth of the bottle. And my heart was ready to like say, you're gonna have a heart attack. It was just going crazy. And I was on a full night's rest, so, you know, 8 hours. That's back when I get you sleep for 8 hours. Now I can only sleep for 5. It's my back. But still, yeah, energy drinks, man. Go see your doctor first before you even touch those things, because you never know, you might have heart problems. Especially kids. If you're underage, if you're adult, go ahead and do what you want to do. But like if you're underage and you're drinking energy drinks, you probably shouldn't.
At least make sure you're drinking just as much water as you are energy drink. I tell my wife that all the time.
Hey, Eric. At least back in our day, we had energy drinks.
That's true.
What did you have as a kid?
Well, they had coffee. Coffee has stood the test of time.
Actually, take it back. They had coffee and they had cocaine in the Coke.
That's true. That is. I would love to. If I had a time machine? That's the first thing I'm doing. I'm going back to when they had cocaine in the Coca-Cola, because I want to know what that tastes like.
That's why Breen is drinking Coke all the time.
Diet.
He's adding his own incentive. Little ingredients here.
Oh, it was grits. They used to eat grits. Y'all got energy from grits? Really? Okay.
I guess. I mean, true grit, not the kind he eats. Like
like John Wayne.
Yes.
Or Rooster Cogburn.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Anyway, we're almost in Mariko Tamaki territory here.
we weren't until Breen decided to talk about food. Or actually, you waited about food. You brought in the food.
I did. I did bring up the grits. Yeah.
Anyway, so for those who are new and or those who maybe forgot, maybe like Breen because you're old up in age, what we do is that every Tuesday night on this show, we take 5 books, that we think are being the best of the week from our pull list. And then, well, tonight is the best of the week. So we basically go over the books that we've all read. We got from our pull list. And basically like to see is like, did our top 5 make it into our top 5 best of the week?
I've actually got to figure. I have to separate. I went to the LCS yesterday. I missed last week because I was quarantining because my wife had COVID.
Yeah.
So when I went this past week, I got this week's books plus last week's books. So I had a lot of reading to catch up on today.
You upset the dinosaur.
I am sorry, Mr. Dinosaur.
Yeah,
Tyrannosaurus.
But don't worry, you'll see more of Eric Breen when we talk about dinosaurs. I mean, Uncanny X-Men. And our.
Sorry.
I hate you, Zach. You started that.
I did start that. I started a trend.
It's not a good trend.
It's not a good one, but
it's a downward spiral. All right, so I'm gonna go over my books from least favorite to favorite. Not because I say least favorite doesn't mean it's a bad book, but in some cases it is a bad book. I let them sneak in there, and that's where they're at the top of the pile versus the bottom. Which has actually the good stuff. So
the bad ones are at the top of the pile, or the good ones are at the top of the pile?
The good ones are at the bottom. You gotta go through a ton of shit to get to the good stuff.
That's true. It's like digging. It's like mining.
Yes.
Yes, MK, she is doing much better. She had a very mild case. She was feeling better on Sunday. We went out for 4th of July, went to have barbecue. She's doing way better.
Yeah.
And I didn't even catch it, so lucky stars.
It's all that coffee. It's to make you immune to things.
Maybe. Coffee does have a lot of health benefits to it, but I don't think that's one of them.
Or there's something in the water.
Maybe. Could be that too.
All right. So
tell us what you got, Dr. Vinkman.
All right. I'm anxious. So here's my plan. Since I got a nice healthy stack of new books.
Dang, that's a big that is my 2 weeks worth of books right there. That's 1 week?
That's 1 week.
Good Lord.
That's Marvel, DC, and Indies. And then so I'm gonna go over those, and then my plan is to let you go put your 5 books up, whatever you have. And then
I've got more than 5.
Okay, and then I have some back issues, so
I got a few back issues this week too. I got some 50-cent books that I'm pretty.
So I'll start off with my stuff, then go to your stuff, and then I'll go back to my stuff, and we'll
tag team. I like it. Sounds good.
In a bro way, not a lover way.
Of course, in a bro way. Of course. Why would you even say that? That just took away bro points. You saying that? Been watching How I Met Your Mother. I hear bro in the background all the time.
And now you're small, bro.
I am a small bro.
Yes. You were like,
I'm like Ant-Man now. It's actually really funny. They have that Avengers thing at Disney World. Paul Rudd actually filmed like a little video talking about the whole Ant-Man going up Thanos' butt theory. So they actually aired that at Disney World. I thought that was pretty funny.
Hey, Trusty. All right, we're just starting, so buckle your seatbelts and please hold your applauses and all your tomatoes and bottles that have rags with their lit. I don't want
the Molotovs.
Yes. So my least favorite of the week. The last issue of Batman 89 started off good and steadily declined. I just wasn't happy with this, everything going on. I guess some people were like, "Oh, it's they like this version." I mean, I'm so glad we got Batman Forever instead. Sorry.
Never been more grateful for Val Kilmer.
I know, right? The art has actually been decent on this. I've actually been enjoying the art.
Okay. Who's the artist on that?
Quinones.
Okay.
Quinones. Not sure what his first name.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean, I love seeing Keaton in here. Michael Keaton's version of Batman. Michelle Pfeiffer version of basically all the movie character versions. I just wish the story would have been a little bit more, I guess, more Batman-ish, and less like Two-Face just trying to help out the poor citizens because the rich billionaires, corrupt Gothams are stealing from the poor in the urban communities. I was just like, ugh.
Yeah, I don't really care for that. Just going off of that impression of the synopsis.
Yeah.
That's not Two-Face. That's not a Two-Face type thing.
And then minor spoiler, I guess. I mean, if you really care about this, but Two-Face's demise in here is it's kind of similar but a little bit different than the Batman. Goes to Batman Robin.
Yes. Two-Face is in.
Or
Batman.
it was Forever. Yeah, it was Forever.
Yeah, that was Forever. Yeah, Batman and Robin.
The way he died, way he died in the movie Batman Forever was so much cooler. This was just kind of like, okay. Oh yeah, and Catwoman figures out, she's finally gets the ride in the Batmobile without Bruce. Well, actually, Bruce is in there, but he's injured. It was just very anticlimactic, So maybe someone else likes it, Joe, check out Joe's Geek Show. I'm sure he's gonna do a review on this when he finally gets his computer, and instead of having the brick that he has now, his computer died. Still needs a hammer, but we'll figure out what. But yeah, that's the lease. Now you're like, what could be better than this? And you're gonna say this by the cover. Are you out of your mind? Well, I do have wild takes.
That's okay. I do too. Some might even say I have hot takes. Hey,
DC versus vampires, slightly better.
Not crazy about that cover.
It's Harley Quinn is a vampire.
I'm aware. I know what it is. I don't know. It's just a boring cover.
Now she officially sucks. She was bad before, but she's even worse now. But don't worry, it's a clickbait cover, just like they do with Deceased. Not everybody dies, in this thing. But
no.
Only the ones you like.
Close. Oh, yes, that's what I said. All the cool characters, they all die in the first several pages. I was really bummed. But...
I gotta say though, because this book and the book is going to come next to it, both have the same premise, or I guess similar story arcs, in this. Oh, let's go hide from the villains, in this location where no one can find us. There was another book that came out this week. If you read it, if you know what I'm talking about, had the same thing where people who were displaced were hiding in this little fortress. So you'll know. If you haven't read,
maybe I might know. What
yeah. So basically, you got 3 seconds till I spoiled the crap out of this book.
I'm gonna spoil it when I talk about it anyway.
So 3, 2.
I don't have a can.
1.
There you go. I popped the.
That was not cool. So yeah, the reason the vampire lords, who cannot find the heroes, because they're hiding in the city of Kandor, which is inside a little vial that the Killer Croc has been holding onto, and he's living in the water, so the heroes can't find him, so they don't know where they are. So everybody's Supergirl was spared.
It's actually a pretty cool idea. If you
it is.
I thought so.
But I'm thinking at that microscopic level, or can't Superman still pick him up? Or
I think it's that it's so small, like nobody would think to look there. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't
know. Like I said, it's an interesting thought, but I mean, turning a Kryptonian and a vampire or a goddess into a vampire doesn't work because it just can't. The healing factors, the fact that you're saying a vampire because it's magical and can bite him and infect him, but he's literally got solar radiation going through us. We've been over this before.
Well, didn't they talk about that? Don't they block out the sun?
Yeah, but still,
they do. That's why Supergirl can't do anything.
But still, before this, though, even before this, Superman's got solar radiation. He's a battery. It's stored up in his physiology.
I have to go back and read through the earlier issues.
They
I feel
literally
like
had,
that, I feel like that was addressed.
they literally had this in the I think it was in the 90s or something like that, where Draco went to go bite Superman and he died. He poofed in the smoke, like poof, cartoon.
Yeah.
Looney Tunes,
No, there was the thing because Nightwing says it in one of the past issues. Like it's off panel, so you don't see it, but he does something with Starfire because Starfire gets power from solar radiation.
Well,
and that's why he's able to like go outside in the sun and stuff.
Well, I mean, they have actually the whole entire thing. What they did is they blocked out the sun. So the whole city is full of sky's full of ash. Not ash in comics, but ash.
Yeah. Yes. And I got to go back and read through the earlier issues. It feels like it's a long time between issues.
Although Ash could be blocking out the sun, that's why we never see him.
Yeah.
Anyway, that got dark.
A little bit.
Yeah. All right. So that book was kind of underwhelming, but there were some cool scenes, but it was kind of underwhelming. Yeah. The next one is slightly better because this has a similar story.
You got the good one. Doggone it. My LCS had that cover for $30. I wasn't about to spend $30.
16.
16? Dang. That's a good cover though.
And then I saw it for 12 at the other store.
Dang.
No. So this has a fortress of solitude from the Flashpoint Superman is hiding people in.
Yep.
From the rest of the world because the rest remember it's Flashpoint Beyond. The world's going to crap. And now we learn there's a secret. I guess the Kryptonians are coming to. They were never destroyed, but they're coming to basically invade the Earth. And Superman basically, at this point, the Flashpoint Superman he'd freed back in Flashpoint originally. He's built his own fortress of solitude, but instead of with ice, Poison Ivy built it for him.
I thought it was Swamp Thing.
Poison Ivy's there too. So it was, but you make a point. It was Jason Woodrue in this version.
It's a different Swamp Thing. It's not Alec Holland. Yeah,
he's doing it to pay for his sins because he has remorse.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how we got to that, but it just was accepted.
Yeah.
And they want Batman to help him lead the team, but and he doesn't care about that because he's trying to solve the whole murder and stuff. We also get I forgot who was. I think it was who was standing behind. All of a sudden, like basically, your Barthon appears in this, and he says,
"Oh yeah."
The little clue. He says, and it's supposed to, I guess, hyper time. Hyper. He said something is coming to kill me, and then the two cops find his dead corpse in ironically in Iris West's apartment.
Yeah, and he's like filled with doesn't he have clock parts in his body? I think.
Yeah, they stuffed clock parts in his body.
Yeah, which it's grisly.
Clock.
I love Doomsday Clock. It's the greatest book ever.
Right. So. So it was actually interesting to see some stuff in here, but I mean, they need to speed up this because
Flash joke.
I know, right? Yeah. MK's I have no interest.
It's actually, I think this is probably one of the best DC books going out there right now, actually.
And the sad part, this is Jeff Johns. But I don't know how much he's writing it. Jeremy Adams is good, and that's another reason I'm picking it up too, because Jeremy Adams has been writing a good Flash story.
I don't know. Yeah, I have to say it feels like it's more Jeff Johns. Maybe Jeremy Adams is having.
It could be Sheridan too.
I don't know how much Sheridan's contributing.
Yeah.
I don't know how much Adams is because it's not Wally West, so I don't know how much.
No. So yeah. I mean, I'll take a look at it and see what's going to go on.
Yeah, that is a cool cover though. I do like that cover a lot.
Well, that's why I got it because it's got almost you got
Enchantress, Element Woman. Yeah.
Yep. Well, they're actually the new Justice League in this, but there's no Barry Allen though, so it's like,
yeah.
Why is he on the cover?
Maybe it's Wally.
It's Wally. Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's Wally.
Oh, he's talking about MK was talking about Poison Ivy.
Oh.
When he said he had no interest, it's Poison Ivy he's talking about.
No, it's up. It's your choice, man. I'm not going to tell you what to like and not to like. All right, my next book, Charlie Superpowers. I have still trying. It's one of those books I'm still trying to figure out what's really going on because every time I think I know what's going on, something changes, and then it's like, and I still have no idea who the John Doe is guy, but all I know is he's got superpowers. He can fly and stuff. And Black Terror was infected by one of their teammates. Turned on the Black Terror, and the Black Terror has been inside this not cryostasis, but there's like little tube, and he's able to like telepathically communicate with his teammates. So he's basically created a whole Black Terror organization. So that explains that a little bit, but there are other questions like as far as that, because there's what happened to all the other heroes. It seems like most of the heroes are just being slowly corrupted in this universe, So
yeah.
Yep. Still good. It's still a good book though. Art's good on here.
Apparently, I'm Ash's not twin now, unless that's Ash on Comics talking to Ash 1138.
That's a lot of Ash.
That is a lot of Ash. I think 1138 is a Star Wars reference. I could be wrong.
No, this book is I got it because it's got a Frank Cho cover, but it's also got a cool other Blade Runner cover. Took a chance on it.
Oh yeah, Absolution. I didn't see any of those at my shop. I was kind of bummed.
Yep. Well, it's a female lead, but I mean, it's not what I expected it to be. Apparently, Absolution, and this girl was a former prisoner or assassin. Went around, and she eventually was betrayed by the people she worked for. She was put under like a surgery. They planted stuff into her eye and stuff, and I don't know. It's like some kind of game, like people. It's like, do you remember the movie Gamer? Where like,
is that the one with Gerard Butler?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no one's controlling her, but what they're doing is they're viewing it on a screen, and they got these panelists talking about like, oh, the game's called Absolution, and like, in order to win your freedom, you have to play these games, go around, killing people, and while she's got a camera in her eye pupil, they put in there, she's like broadcasting. Can you remember Blue and Gold? How how Skeet was broadcasting it? Yeah. She's broadcasting her kills and her murder spree going on and stuff.
Interesting.
It's really.
It sounds like one part Truman Show, one part Hunger Games, is what it sounds like. Yeah.
And I swear, one of the guys on the panelists, he's a former player. He looks like Woody Harrelson with a mustache. So I kept thinking, it's like, are they trying to just hit? Is it supposed to be a homage, or you just or is it supposed to be like Mike Deodato? But
that's right, because it is Mike Deodato doing the interior, isn't it?
So
like Mike Deodato.
Like I said, I really enjoyed this book. So for more,
right on.
I mean, right now it's holding appearance, and that's the guy on the cover right there.
Looks like Dum Dum Dugan in a baseball cap.
But you go closer though. Oh, I guess my arm's shaking.
Too many energy drinks. Telling you.
No. Yeah. So and there's the Frank Cho cover.
That's what we want to see.
That's what she used to look like. Apparently.
Oh, so she doesn't look like that during the main story?
Only in flashbacks.
Only in flashbacks. Wow, that's unfortunate.
Because you see on the cover here, they're actually that's her in there, about there. She's.
Oh, that's her in the bottom. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I thought that was her with the crosshair and the mohawk.
That's also her too. That's her now.
Oh, doggone mohawks.
I don't know. As I said, it's like
doggone mohawks.
I'm confused by the mohawk thing.
Yeah, I don't get the fascination. Yondu is the only acceptable mohawk.
Yeah. Mike Deodato is infamous for doing a lot of trace facial references in his books. I don't care. It doesn't take away from the story. I just thought it was kind of funny. I'm like, because I'm thinking what was that? Natural Born Killers. I kept thinking of that.
I think I saw that one.
I think Woody Harrelson was on that one. But all right, my next book. This book it would normally be higher but right now I'm not sure what to make of this book. Some people might like it more than I do, but
hey,
yeah,
I like that cover.
It's a little lower on the pile today, but not at the top.
That I'm actually intrigued by your take on that.
Well, I
liked it.
There's one thing I thought that was really dumb, and that was the whole thing is that and I don't really. don't know if he's read it yet. So, but
That's okay.
Zdarsky does something to further separate Selina and Bruce's relationship by saying something's happening between her and another character, but and her and the Trini Howard series. That's how it's happened between those two characters. So it's kind of disturbing. It's like basically like the people who want to break up MJ and Peter. He's pretty much did something to say like, and this make you hate the writer. Yeah. But those are, I guess, those are fans of those two characters being broken up. If you hate Bruce and Selina being even love interests whatsoever, you get this. There is a Selina Kyle story, Catwoman story at the end, written by Zdarsky.
Yeah, that was a pretty cool story. I liked it.
I like that. I mean, poor Tim. That's all I'm gonna say. Tim was made gay, changed, and then he just gets even more.
It's not even brought up in this book. You don't even get that, really.
No. Well, no. He says. Bruce says, he's like, Tim, you've changed. You've found your identity. Yeah.
I think I didn't get that. I mean, I can see how you could. I can see how you could. I'll get into my thoughts on that when it's my turn.
But it was cool. I mean, seeing Tim going around as Robin, helping out Bruce and stuff. Penguin, holy crap!
He got the DeVito treatment.
I guess so, but I mean, like, wow. Yeah. So there was some good parts in this, but I said, like, there were some parts where, like, all right, where are we gonna go from next? I mean. And even on why that happens, like, I still want to read it, but I'm also like, if I miss an issue, it's not going to bother me. All right. Next book is a book that I got the better cover. I got the Liam Sharp cover, Ash.
Ooh.
This was a 50-50 when I got this. It's only $5 too. So So I was like, you got 2 writers and then two artists, and they each took a turn writing Red Sonja and Vampirella tales. And then there's an Alan Quartermain tale just randomly thrown in there. And I gotta say, I was nervous because, like, usually when I guess this is the first time they've had Savage Tales. Dynamite's done this a couple of years ago too. 2018, I think, was the last one. Mm-hmm. And it's basically this different stories. The first one, it was fantastic, with all it took place is, it's like a moral, like it's almost like almost a callback to the Warren publishing, Vampirella tales. Like, somebody does something and then they end up being punished for it. That was in the first story, but no, art's good in this, writing's good in this, and these are new people from the Cube Art school. So Andy Kubert, and then on the back of this, they have there's advertising for Andy Kubert in the middle of the book, the back of the book. I was just like, they really, really want to let you know that these are from the Kubert school. These aren't from this Tumblr.
It's a sales solicit for the Kubert School of Comic Art or something.
Yeah,
I could see that though, because isn't that the big thing we talk about now? It's like, this artist looks like they came from Tumblr, so they're like, no, not our book. Not our book. They're not from Tumblr.
Yeah.
That is a nice cover, though. That's Liam Sharp, you said?
Liam Sharp, yeah.
I like it.
So
I like it a lot.
Pretty good. I lucked out. I won the gamble. MK, you might want to leave for 5 minutes because I'm going to talk about a book that you hate. Issue 2 is that it's still holding my attention.
Oof, that cover got my attention.
Jenny Frism. Or Fission.
We need more covers by her and less by Riley Rossmo.
In the very beginning, yes. Now, some people are like, oh, I read the first pages when she's remembering her and Harley being in a relationship. You're like, okay, I'm tuning out. If you get past those 2 pages, she's pretty much just wants to. She's talking about her story and basically why she's doing this. Because she wants to use obsessed, because for a while she was at god level abilities, and then she was taken away from her, so now she's obsessed with getting that feeling back. So she took some drug that is giving her an ability to basically and she's basically putting spores, and she's traveling across the country casting out spores and where when she wants to, she basically she's trying to wipe out humanity here now. So I'm curious how this is going to end. If she's just going to slowly die before she can do it, but she's also questioning her morality in this. She says she's like, yeah, I see the family over there. It's not they're innocent, but at the same time, she gives the whole the what do you call it, the Icarus view. I guess she says like in 20 years the planet will be dead. Remember the AOC said that
Oh my God! Yeah,
we all go
I'm
green.
gonna start doing over/under bets on these world-ending predictions.
So the funny part that she says is like, in 20 years though, humans are gonna kill. We're gonna pollute and kill the world. I'm like, wow, they turned the villain into AOC.
Thanks Al Gore. I mean AOC. I mean whoever else. Yeah.
Yeah. So, Ash, I usually don't get poster books. Most of the stuff that's in posters you can find in Google Images.
That's true.
Yeah. I've never really been a fan of just buying book about art. But
I do. It's got to be like really specific. Like, I have to really, really like the artist to buy an art book from them. I only have like maybe 2 or 3 art, and they're for smaller time artists.
So, and the most disturbing thing about this is that she's still driving in that van that she stole. She killed the owner, and she's got like the corpses that are all like plant mutated in the back, and she talks to them sometimes. So,
yeah.
Oh. Ash, why would I pay $30 for a book that by an artist that I maybe have like 1 or 2 comic books from by them covers? But you know what though? Why would you want to buy?
Yeah.
Don't chastise because I don't want to buy an art book. If I really want to, I could read these books online for free.
Is it chastising or is it ashtizing?
At least he's not advertising his channel.
We'll do that for him.
Yes.
I got you, Ash. Check out Ash on Comics. He just did an Ash Wednesday video yesterday. It's fun.
All right, next book. I think we ran a top 5 actually yet. Yep, we're down to the top 1, 2, 3. Yeah, top 5.
Top 5.
Number 5. Ash, you don't have to get it. You're not me.
No, I don't. I think he means he doesn't get your point. Or
my point is, I just didn't want the book. But I do buy comic book covers for certain. Yes, not every book I buy duplicates. But whatever, Number 5. Well, it's number 4 actually, but but it's number 5. This is turning out to good, and I'm like, Ram V's been doing pretty good on this, and now they went through the portal. They're on another world, basically at Niflheim, somewhere over there. They're in one of the Asgard realms near Asgard.
Oh, interesting.
And the Carnage symbiote says like, I want to kill gods. It's like it's not enough. And so they're on the planet that has all the dark elves.
I think that is Niflheim.
I'm not sure.
I think it is. That's kind of cool though.
Yeah. So they're on there, and then it says, Cleus Cassidy's conscience is like a parasite on the detective. They follow through because they're trying to stop the Carnage symbiote. I think Cassidy wants to get the Carnage symbiote back. It's just weird though. It's like, man, this guy just won't die. It's like it's silliness. The ending though is actually kind of blew my mind, because at the end of this, they brought in a character I thought I'd probably never see again. Her name's Webbling. Do you know? Okay.
Don't know who that is.
Anna May Parker.
Oh.
Or she is. Remember, she basically took over Madam Web's spot. And she's basically at the end, she's brought in there, and she says something's going wrong with the spider and all that stuff, the universe stuff, and it shows like the webbing. She's like, every time I do it, I try to create through web stuff, and it comes out looking like symbiote tendrils. So, but it's kind of cool to see the character brought back. The character actually written nice. Yeah, I mean, I would like to have Madam Web, but I mean, like this, I'm just like, So my question is, why are the spider force threads connected web of life connected to Carnage, or how do they connect to the Carnage? How does So it'll be interesting to see what's going to go on next, but
gotta keep reading to find out.
But it's cool though, because we were talking about lettering a couple weeks ago, Skip and Ash and I, and really when they get to the other realm, it's in Thor dialect bubbles.
Oh, nice. Oh,
I was like, I had to look again. Like, is Kate's on this? What's going on? And it's like Ram Beal having are they talking to Kate? So are they gonna connect these?
That is actually pretty cool. That is neat. I do appreciate that. If they can make the font match up with how it normally goes, that is really neat.
All right, number 4, Dark Crisis.
Hey, made it to the top 5.
Yeah.
Surprising, right?
Surprising. Well, because the ending, and also because the fight between this. The fight between Nightwing and Deathstroke in this was probably the majority of the book, but it was kind of cool to see them. And then at the end, we get this just when they I don't know. Is anybody here not reading this, or is reading this and hasn't read it yet?
I imagine most people in the chat probably aren't reading it. I could be wrong though. I know I'm reading it. I'm surprised. I'm actually surprised. I picked this up and I was not expecting to like it. I thought it was going to be cringe.
DC, remember, they actually have a character that they haven't used in a while. Since New 52, actually. Precise. I think it's been that long.
Has it? I feel like he's been used since New 52.
I don't know, but
around.
I'm just glad that he's not anywhere near any refrigerators.
I'm actually going to look and find out.
Yeah. Kyle Rayner is introduced back into this. He is rescued off a spaceship and basically in the middle of, I don't think they said what space, but it's supposed to be unknown, whatever.
Middle of space.
Yeah, he's breaking out. He's got a gun. He doesn't have his lantern ring. Hal shows up with the new Green Lantern, the one that has the pompadour, and they basically hand him his ring.
Joe Mullet, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's been around in New 52. They had the war.
But was Rebirth? Was he brought back?
Yeah, it looks like there've been several stories.
Okay, the last I heard was him. He was banging Carol. That's all I know.
He and Carol did a team up with Simon Baz. He is in Rebirth, so yeah. He hasn't been used that much. I imagine you have to have been reading the Green Lantern books to see him, and I haven't.
I didn't. When I was reading Green Lantern season 2 with under
that was the Grant Morrison, right?
He wasn't in there at all.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what, but I imagine this would be like Hal Jordan or Green Lantern Corps or something like that.
My question is, they brought him back to Dark Crisis. Is he going to be a Green Lantern, or is he going to be I use the power of the Rainbow Lantern? All that crap again.
Well, Hal's presenting him with a Green Lantern.
Yeah, like I said, because remember, he, for whatever reason, I hated that when they had him as Ion. He's like, I can control all the powers of the lanterns.
Yeah, wasn't he like a white? He was like Space Jesus at one point.
Yes, yeah. And he got
like a white lantern, he was Ion too for a while.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, the fight scenes are good in this. Yeah, the whole, I guess it was in Prometheus. What's the guy's name? The guy, the bad guy, the villain.
Which one? Prometheus is a bad guy.
I know, but the main guy.
Deathstroke.
No. Dark Crisis, the main bad guy, the guy.
Pariah.
I guess his name is, yeah.
Prometheus just normal human. Pariah.
Well, yeah.
Cosmic.
I'm trying to remember what his name is because I didn't read Infinite Crisis and all that stuff. I skipped all the.
I should read Infinite Crisis. That's a good one.
I probably will, but I mean, I'm just saying, Pariah is not a name I'm gonna remember. I remember Paradox, or what was it? The Parallax was
Parallax. Parallax.
But Pariah, it just doesn't seem.
It's it's not a very ominous sounding name, but. He also looks like Granny Goodness.
Yes, Ash. We need 20 Green Lanterns. I want them to be all legacy characters.
It's not more Green Lantern. It's Green Lanterns that we already had.
Yeah, I know
what it is. Fan favorite Green Lanterns that we already had.
All right, top 3, man. This was
Number
tough.
3.
This was tough because I like all these books kind of equally, but just a little bit better than the other ones.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3, Captain America, Sentinel Liberty.
Yes.
Learning more about this. There is only one thing at the end. It makes me kind of like, do I really want to continue? Because I'm just. They brought in Peggy Carter back.
Spoiler! I actually love that bit. Actually,
No, but she's not back. But I'm just saying they just brought her into this book.
I like that actually.
I hated it. I blame Coates for this. Taki's Coates for bringing her back, bringing her youth. She's the same age, as Steve. I just don't care about that. But in this, she's basically the Sharon Carter, like we saw in the Snowman and the Falcon. Remember?
Wait, what?
Remember Sharon Carter was on
yeah. But yeah.
So that's basically where she is, in that same kind of position. And Bucky confronts her at the end. But all the way up to this stuff, I love the fact that they are combining the villains. The 5 points of the shield. It's like they have different representations, but they're called by 5 different, almost like Hydra, but not Hydra. But because these villains, this organization is basically has AIM, Hydra, and a few other of them working together. So their technologies all pulled together as one. It's like a super freaking Hydra, whatever enemies. Even has former Shield agents working for them. Because remember, Shield disbanded. I think so. Actually, no, wait. Did Shield disband in the comic books
Shield
too?
disbanded in the MCU. I don't know if they're disbanded.
I haven't heard anything about Shield in a while in the comic books.
Yeah, I haven't heard about them.
Yeah.
Maybe they're actually going back to being a covert organization.
But art, overall story, Steve is just written like Steve is. It's great to see a Captain America being a Captain America. Steve being an actual Steve guy who lived in the 40s. He's a nice guy.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Number 2, the book that beat out the Captain America.
Number 2.
Batman Beyond.
What a surprise.
And check out Super Pets. July 29th. No. This is Terry no longer has the suit. It's pretty much run out of power now. He doesn't have the augmented strength anymore. The villain he's been fighting this whole time, he's finding out, has actually been multiple people. It's a holographic technology, and it's taking. He got in a fight with a guy who was in his 60s, but he didn't know he was, or 70s, but he didn't know the guy. It was just a guy that was chosen by the AI system that's basically running Gotham. And so he has to hold his punches now because and even one of the cops that he's trying to build a case about this, she gets taken over, and he has to fight her against her because nanobots are horrible things. It's cyber technology. And he's back to, like I said, he doesn't have his rocket jets. He has his wings, but that's about it. He can glide, but he uses a grappling gun to get around. And it's just him. Just when he thinks he's getting in the hand of it, he's trying to think like Bruce. He realizes I'll never be Bruce, but I'll be Batman. I'll be what I can, And he makes mistakes, and he's learning from it. Cool. So it makes the jokes in here. We got a little quip in here too. So like I said, he'll never be Bruce, but he's good enough for me.
That's nice.
And I just miss classic Batman. Not Batman, but classic Batman Beyond. Mm-hmm. All right, the book that beat them all out.
Number 1.
Dynamite Never Dies.
What a surprise.
Because it never dies. This is the Freddy versus Jason cover. This was pointed out, I believe, by MK last time we were talking about this. This is actually has been one of my favorite books to read because the comedy, the action, bringing all the characters of the Dynamite, universe into this, and actually using them. We get kind of a shocking ending because I'm not concerned now because is there going to be another volume of this? They leave it on a kind of a cliffhanger a little bit.
Interesting.
This is issue 5 of the 3rd volume. I kind of hope they continue the story. This because I like seeing the characters. On the cover you're seeing here, it's you see Red Sonja versus Vampirella, but in the trilogy, in the book though, it's actually Vampirella faces off against Panthera. Yeah, and we get a little different hybrid action going on later on in the book. It results from this fight, and we get somewhat a happy ending. But there's a lot of death. So I if they're not gonna continue this in a fifth volume, continue the fight into the battle, give me an epilogue. I want to see what with the remaining survivors, what's going on, because there's a lot of death in this issue. A lot of main characters getting killed. So, all right. So, yep. No, Ash, Firepower is on Zach's list.
You didn't get Firepower this week?
I don't get the floppies. I get the trades.
Okay.
That's been my thing, yeah. So, I'll let you go.
Okay. So, I kind of have a unique case. I got my books from last week that I did not have. I was not able to talk about, so I'll go through those really quickly. My books from last week. I did pick up this. This is actually a book from 2 weeks ago, but I finally got my hands on the Care Andrews variant for New Fantastic Four #1.
I thought you highlighted a comment there. I'm like, oh, that's your name.
Yeah, that's my name. Yeah. No, I can't highlight the comments. But Ash said I was kind of smart, so I'm going to brag on that. Yeah, so I got the Care Andrews cover. Love it. I would frame it probably. I think it's got a little frameability to it. I did get, this is kind of the low end from last week's books, Mech Strike Monster Hunter. It's a fun book, all ages kind of. If you wanted to get a book for your kids, this would definitely be one to put up there. It's very similar to the last Mech Strike miniseries that Marvel put out. Smaller team this time. You guys have Tony, Wasp, Black Panther, and Hulk, but there's Magic and Doctor Doom, and Venom gets a suit of armor. It's a fun read. It is a fun read. It's just more towards kids. I mean, and they know that it's about mechs and monsters. It's not trying to be anything super serious. Also got Scorched #7. Really good book. Cheapest book that I picked up this week. $3. Thank you, Mr. McFarlane. Story continues to be really good. It centers mainly on She-Spawn. Shows her leading the team, doing some covert operations, some intel gathering. Really cool.
I hope she gets her own little spin-off series or more.
Yeah, I think it would be cool. I mean, I kind of like her in this role, leading the team, like they had her in this one. But
remember, Gunslinger got his own series. I was like, why did the other ones?
Well, Gunslinger's had his own, hadn't he?
Yeah, but I mean, the other ones, they haven't got their own.
Yeah, Gunslinger is pretty much the only one that has.
I want to have like a 6-issue origin story of them.
Yeah,
cool.
That would be cool. Well, She-Spawn, I know, has been around for a minute too. Like, she's not a brand new character. I think.
No, I know she's not. No, but for characters, people who are your new readers.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because that issue gave you a little bit.
You get a little bit. Yeah, you find out a little bit about her origin, but I guess
you could watch the movie.
Yeah, I guess. Also got this, She-Hulk #4. One of the more enjoyable books that I read today in general, actually. Very slice of life, not a whole lot of action compared to a lot of the other books, but still really enjoyable. I really like reading the She-Hulk legal work stuff. But the Fight Club stuff was actually pretty cool because they show her fighting Titania, and then they show Volcana, and there's, whoever's doing the writing, Rainbow Rowell is, doing some decent research as far as continuity, because she brings up that Dr. Doom gave Titania and Volcana their powers, going back to like when Jeff Johns was writing Avengers, how Jack of Hearts and Ant-Man didn't get along very well. Some deep diving going on. There's respect to that for keeping continuity intact.
Exactly. I mean, the fact that most people are probably not reading it because of the name Rainbow.
Yeah. Maybe, but yeah, I mean, from what I'm reading though, she's doing the homework. I mean, especially with Jack of Hearts, because he died around Avengers Disassembled, and so the fact that she's going back and she's making sure, like, okay, well, he got along with this character, not this character. Right. What was he doing when he was on this team?
It's so weird to see a Marvel new writer talking about continuity.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's refreshing, right? It's refreshing. So yeah, really enjoyed this one. Good read. And then of course, last week I had Batman Beyond the White Knight, book number 4. Didn't love this quite as much as the last 3 issues. It's still a good read. Still a lot of good stuff in here. We get the Murphyverse version of Ace the Bat Hound, which was awesome. But this was still a really good read. I think the next one to come after this is like the Red Hood special. But really cool stuff going on here. Big kind of plot twist involving Terry McGinnis that I really liked. The whole ending of the book was really, really good. And then this week's books. So bottom tier for me this week. DC versus. I still enjoyed it overall, but DC versus Vampires is the bottom of the barrel for me this week. Like I kind of said when Bigman was showing it off. A whole bunch of cool characters all die at the beginning of the book. There's this really cool splash page that shows all the vampires fighting all the good heroes. And it's kind of a bummer because they all die. Like Superboy gets ripped in half. And they show like Bulleteer. Like when was the last time you saw Bulleteer in anything DC has done? Booster Gold and poor Plastic Man becomes a vampire. But there is some cool stuff, like Vinkman was saying. They're hiding out in the shrunken city of Kandor, which I thought was really cool. I did notice, and Vink, I don't know if you noticed this, but I did, from reading Deceased, a lot of the survivors seem to be the same. Dr. Fate, Constantine, Big Barda, Green Arrow. It's like... Did they just like get the list of survivors from Tom King?
The Tynion and Rosenberg writing this, so I'm not sure who was reading Tom Taylor's book.
Yeah.
It's like
it's all that aside though, it was still an enjoyable read. Not enough to make me upset about it or anything.
One of the Wonder Twins is still alive.
Yeah, Jaina has become Van Helsing pretty much.
She killed like she's Constantine's like, where you been?
112, 122, something like that.
It's like that. And he's like, oh, damn straight.
I thought she was Cassandra Cain at first, but
I thought so too.
And then I forgot. Oh, wait a second, Jane is still alive because the Wonder Twins were kind of they showed them off at the
very first issue.
Series.
Yeah. So she's just hellbent on she's basically become the Blade.
Yeah, pretty much Blade Helsing, whatever. Yeah. But still an enjoyable issue. This is the next one I have here. That I picked up a Batman book that is not Beyond the White Knight. I never do this. I do not pick up Batman books.
It's a Zdarsky New Era book, so
it's Zdarsky. So I wanted to jump on when he did.
So
and I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it.
It's going to be interesting because I hope he continues. He's the one that's writing the Catman story, the backup story in the back. Mm-hmm. Because a lot of times they have 2 writers.
Yeah.
So
the Catwoman story ties into what's going on in the main Batman.
It does. Story. That's I'm glad that he's actually writing that now. The next, I don't know if they're all gonna be 40 pages though.
That'd be awesome. I don't know though if he will, because he's also doing Daredevil and he's got his own stuff going on too. So
that's my thing is like, you got a guy who's writing Daredevil and he's also writing Batman. I just hope he doesn't turn Batman into what he did with Daredevil.
Yeah, that would be weird.
Catwoman
starts wearing a Batman outfit.
I mean, you saw her. She approached. In the Iceberg Lounge, she was acting like Bruce.
Kinda, yeah.
She's like, you can't do that. It's stealing. She's like, Bruce is gonna laugh at me. Bruce is like,
right.
Morality.
But no, this was a great. There's a lot of stuff that I really did like about this. I like how it's a Batman story that doesn't revolve around the Joker as a bad guy. So I appreciated that. I like Robin. I like the use of Robin. I think a good Batman story should have a Robin. I don't like Batman by himself, basically. I like Batman and Robin.
It was a good first issue, like I said. Like it's just they had its moments, but I want to see where is this going to go.
Yeah,
is it gonna get better or is it gonna get worse? Because this is because the second issue, you probably or by the third issue, you're gonna have the jump off point. Maybe.
Yeah. I enjoyed it though. Listen. I mean, like I said, I don't read. Rhaegar's making fun of me. I don't read Batman. I find him overrated, overused. I'm just not super interested in him. I really enjoyed this.
Oh no, he said he doesn't read I Am Batman.
I don't read any Bruce. I haven't read any Batman. Detective Con. The only Batman book I've read is Beyond the White Knight. That's it. And there's a joke about me that's about to come through the chat just like that. Ha ha ha! Ash is funny.
Yeah.
That's great.
And Ash says he can't see Robert Roberts. He's in there, so he must have blocked you for some reason. I don't know.
I don't see Robert Roberts.
He was up the
I
top.
saw him at the beginning. Yeah, he's commented once.
Yeah.
I like Batman less than Luke Cage, actually. I like Luke Cage more than Batman. Batman is just Green Arrow throwing batarangs. Prove me wrong. Anyway, moving on. Next up, Captain America, Sentinel of Liberty, issue number 2. And yeah, Venkman was praising it. I'm going to add to his praises. This is a phenomenal book. I really enjoyed it. Kelly and Lansing really know how to write a good Captain America. The thing I like about this is when they're doing like the puzzle solving, trying to figure out where the bad guys are at the beginning.
Yes.
He gets help from both his generation, the greatest generation, but then he also gets help from like the new generation, like these students that he's friends with. So it's like he's like crossing generations. He's not like favoring one over another.
Only because they're using a Stark phone.
Tony gets mentioned, and I laughed because one of the kids is like, "You should thank Tony Stark next time you see him for creating this phone." And Steve's like, "No, I don't think I will." And I kept thinking of the movie. that cracked me up. But no, this was really great. Then he goes to Germany. He finds the bad guys. I don't know if they have a name for the bad guys yet, but yeah, like you were saying, they have bits of Hydra, bits of the hand, and aim and shield.
It almost looked like one of them, like he's fighting against one of the villains there.
They call them the Tithe soldiers.
Tithe, yeah,
Tithe soldiers. So I'm thinking maybe they take a little. I mean, it's like they take a portion of all these different organizations.
But
so
I'm gonna be upset if this connects to the Daughters of Liberty.
I don't think it's going to. I think you're looking. I think you're looking for a ghost to chase.
No, I'm looking for a ghost to keep away from me.
Yeah, no. This was a good read. My only complaint is that there was too little Bucky at the end. It's only like 3 pages with Bucky and Madripoor. Venkman spoiled it. Peggy Carter is at the end, which actually I like because I like Peggy Carter. I thought it was going to be like Black Widow or Sharon Carter maybe at the end. So I was surprised.
Yeah,
it was
and
Peggy.
that's the thing though. Sharon Carter was his love interest in Taki-Zuko. It's at least the last time I read was it 20. I stopped at issue 25.
Do you want this to connect to Ta-Nehisi Coates' Captain America?
It already is.
I'd rather
it almost
stay as far away from that material as possible.
It almost seems like it already is, or sharing same ideas. Oh, that shield, it doesn't represent what you think it does. America? No, it represents this evil organization. It's like, what?
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna.
And then you bring in Peggy. It's like, no.
I like Peggy. I like Peggy, so I'm intrigued by.
I like Peggy when she was, in the 40s. I don't like young Peggy. Sorry.
Moving on. Well, forget you. I like young Peggy. Anyway. Flashpoint Beyond. This is a book I really dug. Number 3, Superman. I like the Superman redesign, actually. I think it works really well for the Flashpoint world.
For those who are wondering, that is Super Bert.
Yeah, it is. Or Hammerhead. This is the book. This is probably my favorite issue of this run so far, of this miniseries. I love it because it actually opens up to Flashpoint universe that Thomas, like up until now, it's just been Thomas Wayne trying to figure out how to course correct and everything. But now there's like this whole secondary plot coming in.
Oh, that's what it was. It was between Cobblepot and
because Cobblepot is like Alfred to Thomas Wayne.
and he's got the young ward, Dead's son, then that's when Eobard appears behind him in a glimpse.
Right. Yeah.
I was trying to remember where it was. Okay.
Yeah.
And oh my gosh. He said I'm right. Maybe he got hacked.
Everything I mean, a broken clock is still right twice a day.
Wow, so. I got 2.
Yeah, well there you go. There's your twice a day. But no,
my ego can't take this.
Like you were saying, when you were talking about it, it's like the Kryptonians. They kind of set Kal-El to Earth. Kind of reminded me of like Omni-Man in Invincible.
Yeah,
how he's sent as a scout.
Evil versions of Kryptonians.
Except this Superman is like the good guy, and he doesn't want the Kryptonians to take over. So he asked Thomas Wayne for help. So Thomas Wayne is selfish and is saying no. So
2 ashes is better than 1, right?
I think Ash said that one was a bot.
Oh.
So, but yeah. What?
So I was gonna say a quick look on that Flashpoint Beyond.
Uh-huh.
We're not the whole invasion thing, Glenn coming out.
Yeah.
That is pretty much like if Superman was Goku, and now the Saiyans are coming to invade Earth, and Goku has to defend them the Earth. It's Dragon Ball Z.
I know nothing about Dragon Ball Z as over my head, but
no,
he was really good. I really dug the last few pages too. They do like the little epilogue bit. So this says like the Time Lords or the Time Cops or whatever they're called. There's like big omniverse type splash at the end. I really liked, but yeah, really cool. I think next issue. Oh, we also got what's her name? Two-Face's wife, Gilda.
Yes, she's strapped to the chair, and then she says, "Batman did this to me," and he's like, "How could he?"
She's hearing the voices in her head. She's got a chip that's, I guess, is going to be like her two-headed coin that we're seeing the creation of her Two-Face, which
you see the shadow of her face. So it's like, is this her Two-Face, or is it actually someone there who's going to kill people?
Right. So really cool, really cool book. I liked it. Jeff Johns. Thank you. There's this one. I was not expecting to like this. I was almost thinking to myself, should I really pay for this book? But I did. And yeah, I gotta say, Joshua Williamson handled it really, really well. I think he wrote the characters really, really well. You're gonna show him shilling in advertising.
he's shilling for both.
Oh, well, okay, yeah. The Ash Wednesday. No, I will say you should watch the Ash Wednesday video.
I'll be watching that after we get done with our retrospective.
I listened to it while I was working out this morning.
All right.
But yeah, no, really great. Yeah, like Vinkman was saying, Deathstroke's in here. There's a fight between Deathstroke and Nightwing. That was really awesome to read through. Deathstroke's leading the secret society, not just against the Titans, but he's trying to knock out all the other heroes around the world. He's trying to he wants to just start chaos and prevent anyone from stepping up to take the Justice League spot. John Kent is in here, kind of comes in, steps in, tries to save Nightwing. He's not written like annoying, whiny John Kent. He's actually written, I think, as well as could be expected. He gets in a fight with Cyborg Superman, kind of gets his butt whooped by Cyborg Superman, kind of. But yeah, really fun. The Green Lantern stuff, like Vinkman was saying at the end, was really neat to read. It was great seeing Kyle Rayner again. I'm really kind of curious to see where this goes into for issue number 3. Daniel Sampier's artwork is also just fantastic to just look at as well. And then finally, the book that Vinkman does not have, and I have the connecting cover, the Kim Jong-gi variant, Firepower.
If only your name wasn't like covering the whole entire book.
I know. Well, there we go. Now I'm all fuzzy. I can hear myself. Is there an echo?
No.
Oh, okay. But yeah, really, really good issue. Right now, Owen and all the martial arts masters, they finally got them all together, and they're like plotting and planning how to take down the dragon. There's some cool action scenes. God, I'm all fuzzy now. Focus. That's gonna drive me crazy. There's some really cool action scenes that take place mainly at the beginning and the end. In the middle, it's mostly emotional, like family relationship stuff that they have in the middle of the book. Because Owen's kids, they want to go off with them to fight the dragon. Owen, of course, is going to be the responsible parent and say, no, you can't go fight a dragon. What happens if I die? But the family dynamic is just written really, really well by Robert Kirkman. He really nails the dynamic between them all, between the son, the daughter, the wife, all of them.
Is that a connecting cover?
It is. Yeah. Kim Jong-gi has a connecting cover he's doing. This is the bit that has the sun on it.
Okay.
So, yeah. When I get them all, I'll do a picture that shows them all.
But if you go on his website, you can probably get a print for like $100, the whole entire thing.
Oh yeah, that's why I'm getting the covers. I'm not gonna spend $100. I like Kim Jung-gi. He's a great artist, but I'm not spending $100.
All right, cool.
But yeah, that is the final book, best read of the week.
All right.
Followed by a bunch of DC stuff. God, get me off the big screen. I look like I'm in a fog. Guys, I have no cake in my kitchen. It's all like barbecue. I've got leftover barbecue. There's
all right, quickly. I'm gonna go over the back issues I got today. Actually yesterday, but 1 of 7 because it apparently it bombed so bad. I only paid a quarter.
Nice,
Mike Barron. So yeah, it's supposed to be a 12-issue miniseries for mature readers. I figured, it's Mike Barron. I've never seen it before. I'll check it out. So
very cool.
And then
you can ask him what happens to it when he dies. I mean, if it ended, I guess he doesn't have plans.
Who's taking over this book once you die?
Nobody. It's ended. Nobody read it.
And then I got a bunch of these for a quarter.
The Nightman.
Number 1, 40 issues or 40 pages.
Huh.
And it's Englehart, Robertson. 40-page special. That's cool. For a quarter. All right. And then I got number 2 for a quarter. Number 3 or number 4.
It's Moon Knight. It looks like
I don't know, but this is the hate.
Oh, is that a sticker on? Oh, is that sticker on the? Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be a bitch to take off.
Yeah, I just gonna leave them on there because they're only a quarter. It's just sucks though,
but
be a good
idea.
But So when I saw that, I was like, really?
Yeah.
Like, why can't you just not do that? Put it on the back.
Awful.
Number 9 for a quarter. And number 11. Number 12.
Ash says Ultraverse books for a quarter, a steal.
Yeah, they've been there for like the past month or two because I didn't want to because they had a sticker on the book and I was like, and I finally decided, you know what, I'm getting most of the series or at least a good chunk of it, like a quarter a piece. So then I saw this George Perez Sirens. So,
nice,
and that was only a quarter, and it's the back cover too. It's a wraparound cover. So I figured, you know what, I'll pick it up. That is part 2 of 6. Yeah. And then for 50 cents, well, now these are the stickers on the actual bag, which I'm happy for.
Nice.
Yep. So. Yeah, I never understood why people put stickers on the actual thing.
I don't get that. Yeah. It's like, why do that? Like, just bag them and put stickers on it.
This is Robert Kirkman, Mark Silvestri. Pilot season.
Interesting.
That's a little. There's one. Do it. Good one is Tony knows time.
Murderer, demonic, stealth, stellar, hardcore.
So.
Interesting.
What's
that from? Is that from?
Top Cow.
Oh, Top Cow. Okay, Top Cow. Okay.
All right, and then I saw this. This intrigued me because I have no idea who the writer is on this, but I was like, you know what? Left on Mission. So I'm not sure who the writer is, but it came out in 2007 by Boom. From Boom. So if anybody knows me about that, so
looks like a James Bond spy story, kind of.
Yeah, it does. It kind of. And then for only $1.
$1. Oh, that's neat.
Silver Surfer number 4.
Hey.
With Mantis.
With who? Oh, Mantis. Oh, yeah.
Mantis, yeah. Not Mantis.
Back when she was actually green.
Yeah. And then, because you'll never see these again, probably ever. This is the War Stars. This is back when they did the comics for Viz, for mangas. So, quarter book.
Quarter.
Well, I mean, if they added Begged and Board, sure. But a lot of these were just loose. I'd have to pay more.
Yeah.
So, 4.
Ash says he collected that Silver Surfer series. Who wrote that one that you had, Silver Surfer? Do you know?
I do not know. Ash said he collected that one, so you should know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, he didn't say. I'm just asking out of curiosity.
Rogers and Rubenstein are on the cover.
Okay.
This is from 1987. So
Nice.
So
older than me by a year.
Part 3. Yeah. And then Breen, this is for you because I saw this here. It was so kind of cool. Issue 1 of Alter Ego. Roy Thomas, Ron Harris. 1 of 4. So. And then because Zach won't give me his books.
You're right. I'm a stingy son of a mother. I think I have that one.
Catwoman number 16.
With the pirate sword, yeah. Chuck Dixon, Catwoman.
Number 17.
I don't know if I have that one.
Number 18.
That's the one I won't give you.
Yeah,
read through it, you'll know why.
Number 19.
I definitely don't have that one.
Yeah. So, yep, that's my little back issues. Honorable mentions of new books. Well, not really new books, but they did come out this week. Walking Dead. And then here's the other one. Connecting cover.
Oh, nice.
So, with the Governor.
I always forget about the Governor. Governor got overshadowed by Negan hard.
Yeah, and then because I am a fan of the volume 2 I got, I picked up volume 1. Avengers.
Yeah, it has the Michael Cho cover too.
Yep, Stan Lee and Kirby.
I like that.
It says 1 through I believe, 1 through 10.
1 through 10, yeah.
So,
right on.
So I figured why not? Now I can actually read 1 through 22, or 1 through. I think the other one is
The other one I think is in it like 11 through 21.
Something like that, yeah, probably, maybe,
something like that, yeah.
But yeah, so yep, that was Oh, and I got Ash something because he's been so nice. Ash, whenever I get your address, I'll be able to send this to you. So
nice.
Some Claremont and some Turner, baby.
Yeah, if you watch Ash Wednesday, you'll know he talked about that a little bit.
Yeah,
he is. Yeah, he's ooh, yeah.
I bought what, 2 variants? I guess if it's like $10, sure.
Maybe, yeah. If variants are expensive, yeah.
Yeah, but you won't give me your address, so I might just hang on to it along with the Hawkman 25.
He's asking what issue that is.
I told you before. I texted it you. It's issue 12.
Number 12.
You said you have 1 through 8. So, all right. So that's it for this week.
I got my back issues.
Oh, do you? Oh, why didn't you go?
Yeah.
Why'd you
because I thought we were going back and forth.
Okay, I thought you could go through. All right, go.
No, I got God, dog, if that's bad. Okay.
I know it's great. I can't see you.
I know, right? All right, so I found some 50-cent books. I don't get a quarter box like Venkman has. I had to pay 50 cents. But I picked up some Justice League Europe. So this is number 25. They all have the Starro on their faces.
Starro
the Conqueror. It's pretty cool. That's Power Girl, by the way. 80s design Power Girl. Wally, Flash. So yeah, pretty cool there. I also got number 31, where they get evicted. Dun dun dun.
Dun dun.
It's a cat. I don't know why. Then I have found an issue of New Defenders. This is number 140. Moondragon, Valkyrie, Iceman, Angel, and Gargoyle. Really cool. And Beast. I looked over Beast. I'm not sure if I have this one or not. I don't think I do, but I picked up another issue for my DC Who's Who collection. Venkman says there's a reason I got it. I don't know what he's talking about. I mean, I see John Constantine right there. And, there's Kilowog. I always I love Kilowog, great character. So got that. And then from Marvel, I picked up some Wonder Man back issues. I got number 7.
Wonder Man.
Wonder Man, picking these up before my LCS guy jacks up the prices because of the upcoming show. So this ties into the Operation Galactic Storm. This is part 4. My name's Rick Jones. They just covered my wedding on a Geeky Puppet Show retrospective. Got number 12 here, where it looks like that's Wonder Man wearing the serpent crown. I haven't read the issue yet, so I can't say for sure. But he is wearing... This is, by the way, the best Wonder Man costume. It's not the jacket. It's not the green funny thing. It's just the tank top with the W on it.
You don't like the little jetpack on his back?
The jetpack's okay.
Let's go Avengers.
I don't hate the jetpack. It doesn't make sense if he's made out of energy. He should be able to fly on his own. But then I have this. This is an Infinity War crossover. Trading blows with Adam Warlock in the palm of Galactus's hand. So that's number 14 there. So yeah, and that's what I got. Those are my back issues for the week.
Cool.
Breen says the Wonder Man series won't go up, but Avengers number 9 will. Sure. Maybe. Better for me. It's cheaper to fill out my collection then.
Better for me. I got it in that little trade.
There you go.
Right. All right.
Ash says Zach prefers the wife beater costume. He'd have to be married to have a wife beater costume.
Yes.
And
we decided to change up our backroom this for tonight. Normally I have the Marvel or I have the DC. I said, you know what? Let's combine them. So on the right we got DC. On the left we got Marvel.
I don't know if anybody noticed. It took me a take or two to notice, but yeah. But we had, I think Undead Quinn listed his top comics in the chat while we were going through.
He did that. I mean, his pull list. I mean, but I guess if he's got his best of the week though,
he said, "Oh, he was talking about Starhenge." One, which my shop did not have Starhenge. I was looking for that one, and my shop didn't get it, so I'm kind of bummed. He also has Ghost Rider number 4. I think that's Benjamin Percy writing Ghost Rider. Still, it's a slow horror story written very well, so that sounds good for Ghost Rider. He also picked up Little Monster number 5, and I think that was it. Undead Quinn, I'm sorry if I'm missing them. Let me know if I am. But yeah, looks like some good books. I know Ash was excited about Starhenge too. So.
All right. So join us for the next few. We're going to be talking about Uncanny X-Men issues 122, 123, and 124. Arcade versus the X-Men. And then maybe next week I'll have Frugal come on. We'll talk about the video game.
Yeah, you're gonna have to have him because I don't know anything about that.
You don't know about the Sega Genesis game with arcade?
I had 3 games for Sega Genesis.
You could play as Spider-Man. You could play as Spider-Man, or you could play as the X-Men. Actually, there might have been 2 games. Now I think about it.
Didn't play that.
SNES, and yeah.
We had Sonic the Hedgehog 2, we had The Lion King, and we had Aladdin. Those were our 3 Sega Genesis games. So Ray says he had a secret wife. That's why no one knew.
All right. See you guys in 5
minutes. Be here or be square.
And also, if you like this kind of content now, we do have some cool stuff in here. We have a Ko-Fi link, for those who actually want to help out the channel. It's not required, but it does help out. It does help us pay for the Marvel and the DC apps, which are insanely expensive. And we use those to read for you guys on this channel. And plus, $1 goes a long way.
Well, it used to.
We gotta get Palpatine off the streets. That's all it is.
That's true.
And so we like, so you don't want to donate? That's cool. We do appreciate it if you click like and you share this out, and also if you just leave a comment down below. It helps the algorithm, helps share the channel, helps us bring you better content. The more viewers, the more we're able to do.
And you can comment about anything. Comic books, tell us how your day is going. You can tell us what you had for dinner. Do you want RDB to change his hat up every now and then? Like, just anything.
Actually, Rhaegar, I've actually had a different hat on. Ready? Check out Extreme
Ah.
Movie Show.
There you go.
All right. See you guys in a few.
Later.